With Thanksgiving right around the corner, I have been browsing mac and cheese recipes, and I finally landed on one that was a hit with the kids. So I figured I'd share it with y'all. The recipe called for cavatappi, but they were out at the store, so I just used, I think it's called like trompetti. And it honestly worked just as well. You basically want to make a roux, and I will put all the different ingredients in the comment section below. But you're going to add your spices and your flour, and you do want to make sure that you cook your flour down for about 1 minute. Next, you're going to add your liquids. Now, I used half and half, but you could definitely use evaporated milk or even heavy cream if you wanted to. But it's 2.5 cups of half and half, and you just want to whisk it until it is good and thick. And then I do thin it down just a little bit with a cup of milk before I add my cheese. Now you're going to add half of your grated cheese, and you do want to freshly grate it yourself because it makes all the difference in the world. You just add a little bit in at a time, and you whisk it until it's good and smooth. And then you're going to add in your pasta. And when you add in your pasta, if it's a little bit too thick, you can save back some of your pasta water to add back into it and thin it out a little bit because pasta will absorb so much. And I didn't want a dry mac and cheese, so I did add a little bit more of my pasta water in there to thin it out. You do want to spray your pan, and then you pour half of the mixture of the mac and cheese in the bottom. You top it with about 1/4 of the cheese that you have left. Pour the rest of the pasta on and top it with the rest of the cheese. You put it in the oven for 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 30 minutes. And then I did go ahead and pop it under the broiler for a couple more minutes to get it good and crisp. I sprinkled it with some parsley, and this stuff was absolutely amazing. You have got to try this recipe. And again, I will put all of the ingredients for the super creamy mac and cheese in the comment section below. Happy Thanksgiving!